Thursday, everybody. How we doing today? Welcome back again, man. Once again, it's Thursday. Time for a Thursday live because it's Thursday and we're live. See the little thing right there. It says we're live, right? It does, don't it? Yes, it does. Look at it. We're live. This is live, man. If I screw up, I screw up. You don't know how this works. So today, I wanted to discuss. Let's jump right in. Well, let me know in the chat if you're here with me. I know I'm here because I'm watching myself on YouTube over here on the laptop, so I can see that I have one person watching, and it's myself. So if I say something stupid to myself, I think I'll be okay with that because it's me. I know how I am, and I know I expect stupid stuff when I talk to myself. So there's that. So this week's been kind of weird, man. Not really. Never mind. It ain't weird. It's just normal. You know. Had a Yeah. Well, this is podcast month. We've been talking about podcasting and going live, and we did last week. This week we talked about live streaming and compared that with podcasting, and it's similar. It's very similar, but a little different, man. Going live can be nerve wracking and because you're gonna make mistakes, and it's funny sometimes. I just kind of laugh it off. I just kind of say, oh yeah, today's my first day, and it just kind of, as long as you don't get too serious with the live stuff, man, it kind of works out. You know what I mean? But it's it's cool. I mean, going live is fun, especially when you got a lot of people, in the comment section, and they're talking and leaving comments and stuff and asking questions. And when it's really interactive, it's a lot of fun. So, I mean, I do these Thursday lives, and I try to be consistent with the time. I'm definitely consistent with the day, hence the name Thursday Live. But I try to be consistent with the timing. But sometimes we have to move it because there's a session or there's something else going on that I'm not available to do the live at the time that I wanted. I try to do it in the morning, because you guys on the East Coast, you might be at lunch right now. You know what I mean? So I try to be aware of that kind of thing and try to do it early enough where if you're in the UK, you can still join us. Australia, you guys might want to watch the replay. But no, look, it's a lot of fun, and I do enjoy it. I enjoy answering your questions and talking to you about certain things. So today I did want to talk to you about, or I do want to talk to you about. This has been podcast month. We just wrapped up the final. There's my schedule right over there. You can't see it on the whiteboard, but kind of wrapped up the podcast month with the live streaming thing. We did well, we talked about what podcasting is and how to do it and how to make it happen and how to, more or less not doing your own podcast, although that's not out of reach at all. I mean, if you've got something interesting that you think people might want to hear about and want to listen to, by all means do a podcast, man. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to meet people. It's a great way to bring people to get to know you and like you and trust you, so that they basically know who you are and what you do, and they know that you're going to help them. They know that you're going to solve a problem. You're going to help them build something, grow something, or scale something into taking over their day job. Which is what I like to do. I mean, I like to help y'all with building your business as an audio engineer, music producer, studio owner, freelance audio engineering, assisting, recording engineer. Man, this is so important. Well, I was just on a See, I do training too. I mean, I like to look at I like to watch other people when they're talking about what we do, because I'm a mix engineer, I'm a recording engineer, and I do take I do appreciate and understand other people's opinions and other people's ways of doing things, and I do take tips and tricks, and I might try their little, I might try something that they're doing. Go, oh, that worked out, you know. Like I watched a thing with Mark Ronson uh, this year actually, and I still do that thing every time I do drums, because that thing just works for me. he does it, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. I'm gonna try that. And I probably altered it enough that that it's mine now. But I mean, the way that I do it, and but it works. And that's the thing that I'm gonna keep in all the time because it works for me. You know, and so little things like that. So I was watching the thing today about mastering. And man, I guess as a recording engineer and mixing engineer, we don't really think about that, what the mastering engineer is going to have to deal with if we send a track to him that's like super dynamic, you know. So I didn't really even think about that, but hearing a mastering engineer talk about it and go, "Hey man, don't, if it's," he actually showed a graphic of the waveform, and if he's like, "Man, if it's this dynamic, I'm going to have a hard time working on it." I had no idea, So understanding the mastering process, that's not something that I do. Um, Although I don't really. If it's a demo and somebody's like, "Oh, can you master my track real quick?" Yeah, I'll throw it in. I'll throw a thing on it. But I'm not mastering. I don't have my studio's not set up for that. My speaker systems aren't for that. You know what I mean, dude? I don't know if you've ever been to a mastering engineer studio, bro, they're technical. They're very mathematical, very technical people, and the geeky side of what we do is what we'll say. You know what I mean? We're more of the emotional. Oh, that feels good. I like that. But dude, a real mastering engineer, man, they're the scientific guys that do the work, man. That make our jobs, that make what we do bigger and better. So if I can do something to help my mastering engineer do a better job, bro, I'm all about it. So that's kind of what I was watching today. So I actually had to stop it so I can come do this, but there'll be a replay and I'll watch the rest of it. But it's a lot of fun, man. So doing these things, man, and being able to share what I know with you is there. I'm there to help, man. I'm here to help. And if you want to drop a comment in the chat box there, on YouTube, if you watch me on YouTube or even on Twitch, man, I think we stream to YouTube and Twitch every Thursday. We used to go to Facebook, man, but Facebook kind of cut us off from that. We can still do it, but you got to jump through a bunch of hoops, and it's just difficult to get it done, and it always changes, So every week I got to set up those hoops, and like Twitch, man, it's the same link all the damn time. It's just the same. I don't have to change it. Same link, same place, same house, same everything. So what I kind of wanted to do today, other than talk to you a bunch about whatever it is you got going on, I wanted to share with you what we got coming up, and this is going to be dope. What we got coming up this next month, September. Man, where's this year gone? It seems like just yesterday it was Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And now here it is coming up on fall, y'all. I can't get enough of that, man. My wife she loves fall. It's just she already got the thing on the stoop with the oh god. One more trip to Hobby Lobby, and I'm just gonna have a whole warehouse full of crap. But there's more signs in the front yard. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, I don't say nothing. I'm not saying a word, dude. That's what makes her happy. Go there, do that. So anyway, what we got coming up in September? I don't know why I went off talking about that other stuff, but what we got coming up in September is going to be awesome. I'm excited for it. Look, I know you guys watch me on YouTube right now. You guys watching the replay on YouTube. I know you don't care about podcasting. You're like, oh, I don't care about that, because it's evident, man. We went from mixing and mastering month, last month in July, and but dude, we're getting a bunch of hits, man. Y'all want to know about that stuff. That stuff you care about. That stuff you want to know about. But man, then we jumped into podcasting month, and I'm getting like 10 views. Y'all don't care. That's cool. I got you. There's that 10th person, though. That 11th person is like, I want to know. I want to know how I can use podcasting in my studio to make extra money. Can I do it? Do I have the equipment? Do I have the knowledge? Do I know how to do it? Yeah, you do. If you can record vocals, yes, you're set up, man. And that's what this whole podcasting month was about. Was adding this to your services that you offer to your clients, so that you can grow and basically have another tool that you can add to what you do. We did a podcast in this room yesterday. That's why it's set up the way that it is. Normally I'm turned around the other way, and y'all could see the system over there. But this is it's set up this way because we did a podcast here yesterday. It was two people. There was a guest that we brought in from somewhere else. I'm not really sure where that lady was, but she came in as a guest. So we had to, on the screen here, we had two. Oh, do I have that here? Let me see if I have that here. Yeah, it's going to be weird because you see both of us. But that's what it looked like, man. We had guest one and guest two side by side on the video. And then we recorded the audio separately so that they can edit it as they need to. But it was cool, you know, and I made $100 for, I didn't really do anything. I mean, I set it up, I made the thing, I made this, you know, where I put both cameras up in there. I made that, and then I just kind of pressed record and left. And then an hour later they came and said, okay, we're done. Boom. And then we transferred the files to the editor. Made 100. So I mean, why are you not doing it in your studio, man? If you're just sitting around watching YouTube videos, bruh, add podcasting to your arsenal of things that you offer, you know, so your clients can go, oh, that guy does podcasting. Let me call him. So boom, that's what this whole month was about. If you missed any of it, go back to the channel, look at the replays. But what we got coming up in September is we're going to do a studio tour month. Yes, y'all heard me right. Studio tour month is coming up in September. We're going to start with the podcast room here. I'm going to share with you a little bit today about what I got going on. I'm not going to go deep. I'm just going to kind of grab the camera and show you around a little bit real quick, because you may not know what's on my desk. You may not, unless you've been here, you don't know what's on my desk. You don't know what's over here. You don't know what kind of camera that is right there. But that's a camera right there. And you may not know what it is, but I'm going to share with you right now. There's actually another camera there. There's this camera. There's another camera right there. There's 3 cameras right here. And then there's another camera back there. So there's 2 more cameras over there. I think we have 9 cameras total. But what I'm going to do for podcast month is I'm going to share with you each and every piece. We're going to break it down, and I'm going to tell you what this thing does. There's this thing on my desk. I'm going to tell you what that thing does and how I use it. What this thing that's on my desk right here. Actually, let me go to the I'm gonna go to my screen here, and see if it'll turn on. Come on now, you worked earlier. Dang. See, this is what I'm talking about with the live stuff, man. Nobody cares. Y'all don't even know the live stuff. I'm trying to make my iPhone be a camera. But it's not seeming to wanting to cooperate. Of course not. It did it right before, but now it's not doing it. So there's that. I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to go to this screen, back to this one. And then I'm going to go back to my iPhone camera. And of course it's not going to work now because it ain't. It just ain't going to work. Man, I was so excited. I was so excited to share with y'all the oh, you know what? Maybe that's why. Go here, back to this one. No, see, it's showing this camera now, so whatever. I was excited, but y'all, we blew it. See, it's live. I told you, live is fun. It's a way to look at things. Anyway, we will look at next week, Monday, coming up. After the weekend, like tomorrow's Friday. And then Monday, which is actually Labor Day. I forgot. In case y'all are watching me live, Monday is Labor Day coming up. So, there is that. I'm going to try one more time just because I feel like I need to try it one more time. But it still ain't going to do it. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to stop trying. I was excited about that. But, so, see, now the other guy left. And now it's just me again. That's all right. Y'all can watch the replay. So, I do want to share with you, we're going to go through each piece. So we're going to start with the podcast studio, which is this studio right here. We're going to start with the podcast studio. I'm going to show you around where everything is. I'm going to show you how I use it, why I use it, and why I have it. Then we're going to take you the next week. We're going to go into Studio B, which is behind this wall right here. You guys that have been here before, you know what Studio B looks like. But we're going to dive in. We're going to dive deep. I'm going to show you what each piece is, why it's in there, why I like it, why I use it, how I use it, and the reason that it's in there. Okay. Then the following week after that, we're going to jump into Studio A. Now, Studio A, that is going to take a little bit longer than normal. The normal Mondays are normally less than 45 minutes to an hour, at the most an hour. I try to keep them 30 to 45 minutes, but that one may last a little bit longer than an hour, because there's so much stuff in there that I really want to talk to you about. I got some great gear that's in there, some vintage gear that I've had for a long time. I think I said earlier on a podcast that I got one microphone in there that I personally bought brand new in 1976, and it's awesome, dude. I got some headphones. I've shared with you. I've shown this to some of you guys who've been here before. I've been in house. I've shown you these headphones as one of my favorite pieces of gear that I use constantly, that I have had for 35 years. And if you buy quality, and they're not even that expensive. I mean, I think you could still go to Guitar Center and buy these headphones for 99 bucks. It's the Sony MDR 7506. But I've taken good care of my headphones, and my headphones take really good care of me. And that's the thing, man, is that these are my headphones. Nobody else gets to use my headphones, just me. And I've had them, and I've used them, and I've worked with them for 35 years, and I still use them today in the studio. And I'm going to share that with you. So there's a lot of stuff that I have that I'm really proud of, that I've collected, that I've had, that I use, and that I want to share that with y'all. So September, the whole month, is going to be studio tour month. We're starting with we're going to start with an overall. Next week is going to be because it's a holiday. So we're going to start with an overall studio tour month breakdown. I'm going to show you real quickly the rooms, and then we're going to come into the rooms. We're going to break them down. I'm going to start with the podcast room because we're just coming out of podcast month, and I really want to share with you the equipment that I use on this podcast system. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's on wheels. I can move this to wherever room I'm in. You guys have seen me on the podcast in sometimes in Studio A, sometimes in Studio B, and that's because this is on wheels and I just bring it with me. And it's always set up, always ready to go. I do have to sometimes bring extra lights in depending on the room, but other than that, it's good to go. And so I want to share all that with y'all in this month. This whole month is about sharing my gear with you, showing you how I use it, why I use it, when I use it. Any questions, comments, or concerns, put them in the chat right now. I'm here for you. I do have some stuff I want to share with you. I don't know. I've had people ask me, "Hey man, what's that shirt you're wearing?" Yeah, this is one of our studio shirts. We've got a whole store. I have never shared this with y'all, man. So I'm gonna do that right now. Let me throw this in. I'm gonna throw it in the chat. There it is. There's the studio store. It's in the chat box right now. You guys can just go click up on it. There's some cool stuff in there. Let me I think I can show it to you, man. If this part will work. Damn. I'm sad that the iPhone thing didn't work out. It worked out earlier and then now it's not. So whatever. Anyway, let me share this with you. So this is the studio store website, the studio merch store. There's some hats, some beanies. This thing's pretty cool. This is everybody should have a notebook, and we've talked about this. We've talked about this before. I got my notebook right here. It's ready to go. I actually have notes in it. I don't know if y'all can see my notes up in there, but I put notes in my notebook when I'm working. If I'm working with a client, if I'm working by myself, if I'm working on a thing, I might be working on a mix and I might want to go, oh, I need to remember that I need to come back and fix that. Yeah, dude, you need a notebook. This notebook is $20. It's going to last a while, man, but I would buy more than one if I was you. Otherwise you have to come back and buy another one later. But what I'm saying, you should have a notebook, whether you buy this one or whether you buy one at Barnes & Noble or whatever. Wherever you go, you should have a notebook with you, at least a yellow pad with a piece of paper up on it, so you can write stuff down and keep track of what's going on in your session. But there's t-shirts, there's hats. This is the shirt that that I'm wearing right now today. And this one is, dude, it's a really nice shirt. I can be honest with you. My wife actually said, dude, this shirt is so soft. It's so nice. It looks so good on you. And when your chick tells you that, man, you should pay attention, because, that just means it's good and you should get more of them. So there's beanies. Here's another studio notebook. This one's a little bit cheaper because it's a spiral notebook. I think that's the one that I have here. Let me go back to this page and share with you this thing. Where am I? I don't even know where I'm at anymore. Oh, there we are. All right. So yeah, this is that book right here. This one's a little bit different, but that's the one for the LPR. This is the one for ES Audio. I don't know if that one's available anymore. Tell you what, I'm gonna put that one back up in the store. I'm gonna find it and put it back in the store. But that is the store, and it's just studio merch. Basically, the hoodie's cool. I actually have. You know what? Oh, dude, I have my hoodie, and when I went to Nashville a couple weeks ago, I lost my hoodie, and I feel really bad about it. But then I'm like, somebody in Nashville is wearing my studio hoodie. Somebody in Nashville has my studio hoodie, and they're probably wearing it. They might have had to wash it because I slept with it on the plane on the way over. But you know what? But I was a little bit sad about it, but then I wasn't. So there's that. So I actually had to buy another hoodie on the way back. I bought a Nashville hoodie. So I traded my LA hoodie for a Nashville hoodie. That's what I did. So, but it was kind of sad, and I didn't even notice it until it was too late. So whatever, man. But so yeah, the hoodies are awesome. Colder weather's coming. I know you don't want to think about that right now, but yeah, colder weather's on the way, man. It's I hate to say it, but winter's inevitable, man. It's gonna happen, and you're gonna need to get warmed up. So, the thing I got going on right now too is I want you to go and grab this. I'll put it in the chat as well as add it to the screen here so you can see it. This is just a quick guide that can help you build your podcast business. Go to learnprorecording.com/podcast. It's also in the chat. You can just go click on it. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. But if you guys aren't podcasting in your studio right now, you're leaving money on the table. And I hate to say it that way. I know it sounds funny when people say that, but yeah, you are. Because like I said, man, yesterday I had a podcast client in here, and it literally, I pressed one. Other than setting the thing up, I had to make a page where the two screens were next to each other, one local and one remote. And but other than that, man, I mean, that was simple. That took me all of 3 minutes, and then I pressed record. Because my system is already set up, and we're going to go over this in the studio tour month. We're going to go over all this and show you the gear that I use and why I use it that way. But it was pretty cool. We did run into a problem. The lady on the other end, the guest, was not wearing headphones. She was listening to the podcast. She was listening through speakers, and we could hear the speakers in her microphone. When the lady here was speaking, we could hear her into the microphone. So all we had to do was get the lady to plug in some headphones, and it was nice and clean. But other than that, man, there weren't any problems on that session at all. And like I said, man, I made a quick $100. So if you guys are, if I had not had the ability to do that, I would have been leaving $100 on the table, $100 that I wouldn't have right now because I wouldn't have been able to do it. So if you guys want to grab that guide one more time, here it is. It's still in the chat, but also on the screen. learnprorecording.com/podcast. Go get that. It's free. It'll help you understand what kind of equipment that you have, but you already have. You already have the equipment that you need to do it. You just need to understand how we do it. That's all in that publication. So go grab it. It's free. Don't cost you nothing. So I'm just here to help. I'm here to help you. Look, you can go to YouTube and learn how to use the gear that we use. You can go learn how to use. Go learn how to mix. Go learn how to master. Go learn how to edit vocals and record things and what microphone to use on a snare drum. It's all on YouTube. Go grab it. But what I want to help you with is knowing how to get paid for doing that. Knowing how to understand your business in doing what we do. We call this the business of music, is what I do. Learn Pro Recording is the business of music. This is what we do. LPR Sound Foundation is the business of music. I should have had that as a graphic, but I don't. the business of music, not the music business. The music business to me is contracts and labels and publishing and royalties and licensing. Ah, no, dude, y'all go learn the music business if you want to be an attorney or something. No, I'm not an attorney. I do deal with contracts. I do deal with agreements with clients. A client may, we may agree to a certain price, and with that price comes how many revisions I'm going to give them on the mix. There might be some royalties involved. There might be what we call points, percentage points of whatever they sell. So I'll give somebody a cheaper rate on my mix rate in exchange for a couple of a couple of points of percentage of the sale of the thing for over time. We've got a couple of those out there, and some of those I get checks every 3 months. I'm not mad, even though sometimes the checks aren't that, if it's less than $100, they're not going to mail me a check. But, so I might miss a quarter, but next quarter I'm going to get $150. That's $150 for a project I worked on 8 years ago. I'm still getting $150 every quarter. Bro, yeah, make those agreements, man. Make those deals. So that's what LPR Sound Foundation is all about. The business of music. Not the music business, but the business of music. So that's why I'm here. I'm also here to help you understand what it takes to do this job. What you need to know. Who you need to know. More importantly, who needs to know who you are and how to get them to know you. That's pretty important, man. How to market yourself what if you're a freelance audio engineer? How do you get the gig and keep the gig and get the next gig? You got to know these things, man. And that's what LPR Sound Foundation is all about. Both of us that are right here right now probably already understand that. I certainly do, because it's what I do. Look, and what makes me an authority on doing this is I have built this. All that you see here, I built with these hands. And I'm not a smart man, as Forrest might say, but I have built this, and I have run this and grown this into what it is today. I mean, we've been a studio for more than 20 years. We've been a business for more than 30 years. But because I was freelance before I came in the studio. And then when I started the studio, that was 20 years ago. That was 2003, 2004, where we started the actual studio business. And here we are today, still kicking, still paying rent, still living inside a house and buying food for the family, and that's what it's all about, man. Success to me is being able to survive and pay my rent, pay my bills, and grow my business, continually grow what I do and how I do it. But more importantly, being able to do what I do. I'm definitely unemployable at this point. I definitely couldn't have a real job at this point, man. I'm definitely unemployable for sure. I wouldn't last 10 minutes as an employee, just simply because I don't know. I just don't think I could do it, man. I have to be me. I got to be able to do things at my pace, when I want to do it, how I want to do. Don't tell me how to do my job. Don't tell me that I have to do things a certain way. No, I do things the way that I do things, and as long as my final product makes people happy and they enjoy it, don't tell me how to do it. So yeah, I'm definitely unemployable. Some of y'all are probably in the same position I'm in. You're unemployable simply because you love doing what you do, and you continue just to do what you do. So that's what LPR Sound Foundation is all about. That's what I want to share with y'all. That's why I'm here. That's why I do these Thursday lives. And I've got one more minute. I'm going to get up out of here. You guys are awesome. This has been fun. It's been real. And I'm going to let you go. Don't forget, Monday is Labor Day. So if you have the day off, enjoy. It's usually the end of summer is Labor Day. Don't forget, you're not supposed to wear white after Labor Day. So if you're from the South, you understand what I'm saying. But don't do that, man. Stop. So don't forget to get your podcast guide. If you like the T-shirt that I'm wearing now, or you need a notebook, or you want to coffee mug or something, head on over to the studio merch store. It's there for you, man. I've just never even told anybody about that merch store. I think this is the first time I've ever said anything about it, man. It's been there. It's been there for a while. I just don't talk about it. I sometimes I'll get bored and I'll throw stuff in there. Like I just made this I just made that shirt high pass low cut you decide thing. I just thought that was a cool I saw that somewhere else and I thought, "Oh, that's a cool little logo. Let me put that on a shirt." So I put that in the store. But yeah, look, go there, man. Check it out. There might be something interesting for you. If you got any ideas of what you might want to see in this store, let me know. I'll put it in there for you. Maybe we're missing something. Maybe you like the tank top version or something. I don't know. Just let me know. Shoot me an email. Here's my email. If you need my email, it's info@learnprorecording.com. Info@learnprorecording.com. The website would be learnprorecording.com. That's what it is. And don't forget to get your free guide, man. learnprorecording.com/podcast. So this month, like I said, coming up is studio tour month. It's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to bring it to you, and I'm sure that you guys are excited to see it and hear it and watch it and enjoy it. So let's get out of here. Go forth, enjoy the weekend. Some of y'all that have regular jobs that might have a 3-day weekend coming up, enjoy it. It's gonna be awesome. We'll see you on Monday, 10 a.m. YouTube. We're gonna kick off studio tour month because it will be September at that point. And then Wednesday is the blog post, which was yesterday. I don't know if you saw the blog post from yesterday. If you haven't, just go to the website. Right at the top, it says blog. Go check out all the blogs. Some of those are cool. Some of them suck, but whatever. You know what I mean? But that's just what it is. And then, like I said, Monday is we're kicking off studio tour month. And then, again, it'll continue again, man. Wednesday, Thursday, Monday. We might need to add another day in there somewhere, huh? We got Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I don't know. We might add something next year. Maybe we'll add something else. Maybe we'll add maybe we'll start, sharing with I'll share some tips and tricks, techniques, videos with you or something, man. Like the way I use an equalizer, the way I use a compressor, or whatever. You never know, man. The way I record vocals is kind of weird. Maybe I'll share that with you one day. Those of you that have been here and know and understand it, it's weird, but it works for me. Might work for you. You never know. So let's get up out of here. We will see you guys. See you on Monday. Have a great weekend. I'm gonna press this button because it says outro. Let's try that. We'll see you. Donny B, I'm out. Peace.